Hello, my fellow Descendants! This is Mloentje, and welcome back. Guys, I wanted to make a video about a certain gun that I actually wanted to upgrade and work on, but there was a patch, guys, and I felt like I kind of needed to bring you through some of the changes that I found most interesting in this patch. And it's gonna be a pretty quick episode, not gonna take too long about it. And the reason I have Freyna here, because, well, Freyna got a little bit of a rework on her skills. And, well, basically every skill that she does did poison damage. And those poisons were not working well together. I think that's the best way you could say it. Basically, this time, the poison, so room trauma inflicts damage over time and grants panic effect to nearby enemies. It used to be poison effect, right? And that was for venom trauma. The same for defense mechanism. Rumo trauma inflicts damage over time and grants poison, but this time it is despair effects to nearby enemies. Same with the putrid venom. Rumo trauma inflicts damage over time and grants putrid effect to nearby enemies. And then a last one, venom baptism. Receive Rumo trauma effect. Rumo trauma inflicts damage over time and grants the nightmare effect to nearby enemies. And then here we go with the contagious links. Rumo trauma inflicts damage over time and grants toxic reaction effect to nearby enemies. So this time, not like every skill she had was actually all giving poison damage. The Rumo trauma was giving poison damage. But you had so many different skills, and all of those poisons were not like really working in tandem together. They were kind of overlapping, I think, and not really giving the damage that they should. Now they have different names behind them, meaning that they're not going to overlap anymore, but they're actually going to work side by side, increasing the damage that Freyna does with her poisons like a lot. So yeah, Freyna just got a huge buff, guys, to her arsenal just from a simple adjustment. So like a simple description in the skill, like the skill is no longer be poison, but it's going to be this line of code. It's going to be toxic or whatever we just talked about. So it's going to be the panic one or the despair one. It's going to be the putrid one. So they all have their own line of code. Like this is this type of poison. This is this type of poison. And they're going to work in tandem together to get more and more poison buffs over time on there. So yeah, really huge buff for Freyna here, guys. And one of the reasons we are here at the bunny cave, because it is no longer a bunny cave. Like this became actually a bunny hallway. And now I'm not really sure if this is actually still viable or not. Like you can see, the mobs still spawn, as far as I understand it, still spawn in that corridor over there. And then on this staircase over here. So those two are still really well to cover. But there's also gonna be some snipers here in the back. So to actually clear these, you would need at least, I would say, 2 people. A bunny with a really big range, and then one at the back here, another bunny, like 2 bunnies, or any other descendant that can put a really big AoE range down, so you can actually knock these down the second they spawn, and bunny can take care of the others that spawn over here. So yeah, bunny cave is no longer a cave. It is now a hallway or a grotto hallway. I don't know how you want to call it, guys, but the farm, they try to nerf it, and I'm not really sure. Well, I don't see any people here, so maybe they did nerf it, guys. And these are 2 of the most visual noticing changes. So they also removed some of the staircases and added some of the staircases in some missions, because you were getting like stuck behind the staircases. I just did a mission and I still was getting stuck behind a staircase. So yeah, it's not completely fixed up yet. Some of the textures don't really look all that good. And there we go. So we still got the spawn over here. Now we also have, you can see here, spawn up top there. And let's quickly check. So one dude can still clear that one, but you're gonna need to have someone over here. So it's only one in the first one. Okay, is it only one spawn? And this is actually perfect. Now we can actually see them spawn. Some poison down. Is it only one sniper? Then it isn't all that bad. Yeah, and then it didn't really change. Yeah, look at that. So one sniper, guys. That is the... They made it bigger for one sniper. I would think that they would make 3. Maybe this is maybe a little bit of a rushed case. Apparently there was a holiday in Korea. So they kind of rushed this this mission here. Or basically the change in this mission. So it might be possible that later on we are gonna get a spawn area here for maybe like 5 of them. And then they may actually halve the amount of spawns that we get over here. And yeah, you can see right on top there again. 1 enemy spawns. I think, yeah, so far as we can see it, guys, it's only 1 enemy. So I wouldn't say that that would actually lower the effectiveness of the bunny cave. Like, at all. Still nothing? Yeah, I would expect like a couple to spawn over there. Not saying that they should nerf it further. I'm just saying, like, it's kind of weird. You make a big area, but only 1 NPC spawns there. But yeah, changes to the actual bunny cave, guys. Or the bunny hallway, or grotto, or whatever you want to call it. For the next one, we are going to Albion, because we got some changes as well to, well, a quest I still need to complete. I've been kind of lacking in that department. I could have cleared it way faster. But I was just having it a little bit on the background. And actually, I'm pretty happy that I had it on the background. Because, well, the second we actually went into evasions, guys, the first thing I said was, I feel like we should be able to do this in a group. And right now in the game, so let me take my proper Descendant out for this, my Valby. Right now in the game, one of the major changes, like I said, 3 of the major changes that I found most interesting in this patch. We can now do infiltration operation hard and actually do the invasions in group, guys. Now, I still have a quest, and that's also one quest that we're gonna complete now together. And that's invasion quest. So Vulgus forces, I got 8 out of 10. Fend of the Vulgus invasion, acquire the commander's files. Like I said, I've been kind of holding this on the background and intercept battles as well. And that's why I kind of wanted to make an episode where we work on the gun that I kind of want to use while I go through the hard modes bosses for the intercept battles, guys. So yeah, there is a lot of thinking about how do I want to progress through this game? How can a casual progress through this game? And well, I'm kind of looking at it from the casual perspective, like, evasions and clearing this quest for a casual just became a whole lot easier. Because if you want to clear that quest, you're not gonna do infiltration operation hard. You're gonna be doing disrupt invasion. And you can see here now, start public operations. So you can now actually play operations with your friends. You no longer have to do it solo. You can do it solo, but you can also do it in group. Now, if you do it in group, more mobs will spawn, and I do believe the bosses and mobs will have more health. They kind of scale towards the amount of descendants that are actually in the missions. But yeah, the second I went on this one of those solo missions for the invasion, and I was like struggling an hour on end to actually clear one, I was like, I don't really get it why you cannot do this one in group. But you can do it in group now, guys. So if you're a casual player and you're not really like at that point where you can solo invasions yet, now is your chance to actually go into evasions with multiple people and, well, maybe not get carried, but still try to pull out your weight, but not having a hard time not being able to do it at all, right? So yeah, that is really good change, and that means even the casual gamer can start farming for Haley, guys. So yeah, that is really good. Seems we gotta spawn up top here. Let's do like this, blam. And it seems got triangle, square, and X. So X, triangle, and then, and this time you have 4 people at the same time. One can stand on top. As you can see, he stood on top, and that meant that we could continuously see which platforms we need to stand on. Previously, you needed to stand on that platform to check it out. But then if a platform changed, you kind of need to go back on that platform to check out which platform changed and which you need to stand on. And you can see the speed at what we're doing invasions right now, right? So it is a whole lot better. This is definitely like a really, really good change, guys. The one dude stands on top. The rest actually checks out. This is the X marker. Good. Which ones do we need? Let's quickly go take a look. We need X, triangle, and circle. Can somebody stay on top, please? Actually, C. So circle there. We got triangle over there and X over there. And if I keep standing on it, people can actually see which ones they need to stand on. Yeah, this is way, way better. Like, this is at least more fun. It's more on tempo, I guess you could say. And it also makes that more people will be able to get that 5-minute marker. So for instance, now for this mission, to get the max amount of rewards, we need to do it in 4 minutes and 43 seconds. Earlier solo, I wasn't able to actually do that. Where triangle, which one do we need? We need... Where's the doorway, guys? Where's the doorway to look at what we need? Or did we already do it? I think we already did it. Here's the boss. Let's get a little bit of water down. There we go. And you can see we are not... I had a group earlier, like I already did 2 runs. That's how I got to 8 out of 10 for my quest. But we had a run where we were able to one-phase the boss. So now we stand on the purple, get his shield out of the way. There we go. Now we can start damaging the boss again. But there are still bosses now with more health because there is more people. Yeah, you are not going to be able to solo or to one phase. But the fight is already way easier, guys. Let's put more water down and start to get away from his AoE. Yo! Oh, he still hurts. He still hurts and he's coming for me. He's coming for me. Careful, 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 careful. Don't want others to die. My mistakes. Got yellow. Where's yellow? I think they already got it. No, they don't have it yet. Oh, there we go. And he should go down now. And did we... Yeah, 3 minutes 31, 4 minutes of 43 is what we needed. And there we go. Completed, guys. And we've got 5 parts for Haley. So the max amount of Haley parts that we can actually get from this mission. Like, this is one of the best changes that could happen in this patch. Like, really, really good. So let's move back to Albion. We are gonna... Oh, I shouldn't actually move back to Albion. I could restart this game from this mission from in here. Because we need to do it one more time to actually clear out our quest. So I'll bring you guys back once that's done. Mission done. I'm not sure if there's actually merged files. Check focus communication at HQ. Merged files.
This is General Amon. To all legions based in Ingus, I deliver orders from Karel. I'm bringing this message, and with it, the weapon for you to refine to all legions remaining in Ingus. A weapon which represents the pinnacle of the prowess of the ancestors, all too familiar to us bunkers. Not only is it the most powerful weapon in all of Ingus, it has caused irreparable damage to Kiphoff.
We'll soon have some decent weapons.
Center in your minds the enormous scar we bear, and obey Karel, who stands on top of it. Embedded within Vulgus legions, the weapon of the ancestors has become part of their power. Strike terror into the hearts of Descendants. Teach them their flaws. Our grand invasion once more faces the origin of all wars. Rise up and see history repeat itself, just like the endless repeating pulsations of the Iron Heart.
asking out of curiosity. What? I should speak to the
Okay. History of the ancestors. Dr. Alpha.
There isn't
Alpha?
much time. We have to hurry.
We do?
On first listen, it seems that there was a fierce battle between the Vulgus and the Ancestors at some point in the past. From what I know, the Vulgus first appeared in our world 100 years ago, but this has revealed a different chronology. On top of this, our ancestors seem to have been able to cause considerable damage to the Vulgus. Considering the power of the weapon you faced, that isn't surprising. But it doesn't make sense. If our ancestors had triumphed over the Vulgus in the past, why are there no traces of them in Ingress? Even the rest of the message, there is so much of it we don't yet understand. Cliphoth, the Scar, the origin of all wars, these are all unknown quantities. Going forward, HQ will be tracking this information by any means necessary. We have many questions for the Council of Magisters. If there was an exchange of fire between the Vulgus and the Ancestors in the past, the Magisters who were once allied with the Vulgus will have known about it. This suggests that they were actively concealing this from us. Any intel we can find will be helpful. We must track down Corell's fleet and put an end to this war once and for all. Descendant, you will receive a copy of Amon's message. These enemy invasions are not over yet. If you find any intel that concerns you, analyze it and compare it with Amon's message. Tell the guide that I'm counting on her to assist you with this. Right now, her insight is absolutely crucial. Even if the Ancestors could not fully defend Ingress, this generation must.
By the Vulgus has gotten worse recently.
No matter what.
HQ has ordered us to step up our security. I'm worried that
Right.
the Vulgus got
Record has been unlocked. The message left by Amon. Check Amon's message in the journal. Where the hell is my journal? Journal, records, and then mission reports. And here we go. Mission. This is General Amon to all legions, and this is basically just exactly what he said, right? That means we got one more in here. HQ meeting. That's actually missing for mission reports. Interesting. And yeah, this also concludes that we have challenge completed all the missions that right now were in the game that had something to do with the actual invasion. So for now, I'm gonna wrap up this episode here. If you want to see more of my Let's Play or my quest progression or whatever content that I might bring out from the first Descendant or any other game on my channel, guys, just hit that subscribe button. It would always help out a lot. I do hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, if you learned something, or if you found it interesting, just give it a thumbs up. Again, that would work out, of course. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.